Figma is having its most controversial month ever. From warning companies to remove certain features, to leaks which pertain to future features that can change the game, to even them raising an IPO, to change in pricing, to even some big financial decisions that could change the company's atmosphere forever. There are 4 to 5 controversies all packed into one. I thought I'd make a video. Things are going viral and crazy, so let's begin today's video. If you like all this information that I bring to you, the design tools, news, everything in between, make sure you have subscribed to the channel and also click the bell icon. If you never miss out on any future design updates. Also, if you like the video, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Alright, so to begin with, Figma has acquired Modyfi. Modyfi is a graphic design company that created a popular tool that runs in the web and is powered by AI. This tool is able to generate some really cool results, from image effects to cool graphic designs for companies, brands, and to even animations and interactions that can be built all using the power of AI. These animations look really studio quality and they are all done inside the browser, so you don't even have to download a third-party app. However, Modyfi isn't even close to Figma. These are two very different tools in two different genres of design. But the fact that Figma has officially acquired Modyfi, the value has not come out yet. However, the company on their official Twitter page released this, and since then, everyone's been talking about this. Figma wants probably to come into this graphic design space, pertaining to the fact that Figma is getting into different tools apart from just Figma and Fig. Figma has always done this. Last year or last to last year, they acquired some AI tool, which then resulted to new features coming to Figma, very similar to what there was in those AI tools. This means that this year in Figma Config, we are going to see some graphic design tools, or maybe throughout the year, we're going to see some graphic design updates to Figma. Things with color, things with its AI, and so much more. Modyfi is a tool that you can always go check out right now what they are all about, and maybe based on that you can always predict the upcoming features. It's anybody's guess. Maybe you guys can guess in the comments or speculate what's to come. Now let's talk about a controversial take, which is of course the title of the video. Figma has recently sent an informal notice or an informal message from their council to Lovable's team or Lovable's executives to take back the word dev mode. For those who don't know, dev mode is a word that is being used with different tools like Lovable, Wix, Webflow, Framer. All of these utilize similar words like dev mode. This is something that Figma came up with and has really started to promote ever since last year when dev mode became a big thing. Now, according to Figma, dev mode is actually trademarked by their organization and their trademark isn't expired. Based on this claim that they're making, they're asking Lovable to take back dev mode, to remove the dev mode tag or name from their website and change it to something else. This seems like a friendly warning from Figma to Lovable to remove this, and since this is from the lawyers of Figma, I can assume that if this doesn't happen, they're going to take legal action against Lovable. Lovable being a much smaller company who's just picked out its first rounds of investments can take a huge hit if Figma does decide to go into a lawsuit with this company. I would say from Figma's end, I would say this is again a legal move. This is something that they have a competitive advantage over other tools, the dev mode trademark. And if they want to use that as a brand name or as a trademark, they can go ahead and do it. I feel there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think Figma is exactly in the wrong or they've done something harmful to another company. It just comes off as a little harsh just because they're not taking the same action against other companies or other tools as well. Once again, maybe there are some aspects to this legal case that only the lawyers or this company itself knows, which I'm not going to comment on because I'm not a part of this company. But once again, this is more or less open to debate. The founders have shared and retweeted this on Twitter. So once again, it's public knowledge and I'm not really doing anything else. Let's get away from the controversy a little bit to get on to another controversy, which is Figma is filing for IPO while the American economy is in a fit. They have officially started to submit their paperwork for an actual official IPO That means anyone can actually buy their stock or apply for their stock when it comes out, but they've done it very secretively. They've not shared it with anyone, they're not announcing it anywhere. But some newsrooms and some media outlets have gotten hands on this. There is no information apart from, okay, they've just signed for an IPO. The IPO has still not been accepted. It's still the paperwork stage is there, and it'll still take, say, a couple of months, maybe 6 months, 8 months. Again, I'm not a financial guru, so I can't speak on that. One thing I can speak on is that this will change the way we see Figma or the way Figma treats its users. We often see companies coming up with IPOs rapidly trying to expand. This could be a reflection of their current investors trying to get maximum returns from this Figma deal rather than waiting for Figma to grow organically. This is something that we've seen in the Indian marketplace, in the foreign marketplace as well, where companies quickly try to IPO to try and get their investors, including sometimes themselves, a big paycheck. That means they might just quickly get into the IPO and start selling. Now, this is being governed by a lot of clauses, and a lot of legal issues can come up if they do something like that. So I am assuming they're not going to take that route, but we must still be careful. Let me know in the comments, are you going to get the Figma stock, or are you going to apply for it? Are you going to invest in Figma as a designer? Do you think that is a step you would take personally? I don't know, man. I'm not for IPOs just because of the terrible things that happen around IPOs and a lot of the weird behavior that it follows. But once again, I want to take a positive note as well and say, good for Figma that they're going to raise money publicly, and that way they can fund a lot of their current and future endeavors. But now let's come to something which is related to finance but for us users. Figma has recently updated their pricing, and this pricing reflects on their website. I'm not going to be changing anything or trying to explain anything differently. The website, as you can see on one of my sites, reflects a small change in the pricing model per seat. The individual seats for the basic pro plans has increased by anywhere between $2 to $5 depending on your plan or what you've picked out. This difference starts to increase between the basic pro plan, and enterprise pro plan actually sees a significant difference. Something that companies are not going to change their tools over. They're not going to shift from Figma to Sketch or to Adobe XD or something like that just for $10 to $20 of difference. But it can make a difference in the future if there's another tool that comes and takes that limelight from Figma. Once again, there are a lot of different clauses to it. I'm not going to go deep into it because otherwise Figma is going to start DMing me on Twitter like last time and asking me to remove or change my video. Okay, next one's an actual leak. So it's not an official announcement, it's not in the news or anything, but it's a leak from some people on the internet. I don't know who these people are. I don't know the exact original source, but I'll show some screenshots of where this screen grabbed from. Apparently, an alpha update has come to some Figma users across the world. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but a website feature is being added. Apart from Figma, FigJam, and Figma Slides, there'll be a fourth tool that will be a part of your dashboards now in the future, hopefully in Figma Config this year, next month. It could be a counterpart to something like Lovable, where you can convert your designs into code or to apps. This showcases that Figma wants to get into the whole no-code development realm, where Webflow, Framer, Wix Studio, these tools rule. They are trying to come into this space, and I get why they want to do that, because Figma is the leader in design tools. They can leverage that, or they can utilize that to also be popular in the no-code space as well. Now, there are a lot of speculations around this. This one speculation is there will be a separate plan for this. This is something that I have also kind of promoted, is Figma should charge separately for different tools, which they already do a little bit. But if this website feature comes in, I am expecting them to charge completely differently from the existing Figma plans. not to confuse people into it, or not to bring this very separate tool from a design tool into the already existing pro plans. That would be ridiculous if you're having to pay $5 more every month for a Webflow like tool, which you could already pay for separately if to get more flexibility, more power, more CMS, etc. Will plugins in Figma be different from plugins in this website tool that they're bringing? Are they going to call this web dev? Nobody really knows. This is a leak, by the way, and nobody in Figma or at Figma has confirmed of this leak at all. So I don't know what to think exactly about this. Am I excited? Of course. More videos, more content for you guys. But is this something that you guys want? Do you think Figma should bring new features like this, or completely new tools like websites? Or should they work on their current plans, their current features, maybe bring the pricing down a little bit? What do you guys think? Okay, fair warning, this video might be taken down by Figma. They might send me a letter. They might ask me to remove this just because I'm speaking on topics very close to certain big stuff happening at Figma. So if this video goes down, I want you guys to know I tried my best to bring fair knowledge to you guys based on everything that is happening publicly. And I'm not trying to defame Figma. I'm not trying to, take them down. I love the tool. I love what it brings to designers. I love the change that it brought to the industry, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. But once again, I've always had a little bit of a fight with Figma to how they've treated me as a content creator. Figma very selectively chooses the people they want to support in the content creation market. I am not one of them, and I don't want to be one of them. Technically, I'm okay being separate from Figma, just independently doing what I do. So if this video goes down, or if Figma sends me a letter, I'll share it with you guys on LinkedIn, Instagram. Follow me on all those platforms if you haven't yet. I post different content there. I post useful stuff. I'll have a link to all the resources that I've mentioned today so that you guys can also take a look and study more about it. I will make more videos like this every week. Nothing will stop me. Even Figma sending me a cease and desist won't stop me. Hit the like button if this information was useful to you, and share it with as many people before this video goes down or before someone sends me a letter. I'll see you very soon. Until next time, take care. God bless.